Hi dear students, welcome to this session of Cambridge International School's music lessons, and I'm your teacher Mr. Edwin, and I'll be teaching you musical instruments. So let's start. Today I'll be introducing you to musical instruments. Do you know there are two musical instruments inside you? The first is your voice, the melody instrument, and the second are your limbs, your percussion instruments. I'll give you an example. La 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 la. La 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 la. Instrument is something that produces sound, and right now my throat is producing this sound. The second example is using your body as an instrument, known as body percussion. So here's an example. The bass is on my chest or thigh. Then we have the hi-hat or the snap. Then we have the snare or the clap. And at the last, we again have the snap. 4 notes, 4 sounds, creating one rhythm or beat. Now let's listen to all of it together. So these were the two musical instruments inside you. Once you start learning to use them, automatically the musical sense inside you grows. Now musical instruments are divided into two categories. The first is melody instrument and the second is percussion instruments. These two types trigger two different musical senses. The first triggers your pitch sense or your melody sense. The second triggers your rhythm sense or your beat sense. Before we proceed any further, let's test these two senses, your melody sense and your beat sense or rhythm sense. So you take an empty glass, keep it under the tap and turn on the tap. Now you go out of the room and listen very carefully to the water filling the glass. Are you able to tell if the glass is almost full, or is it half, or is it overflowing? Just by listening to the sound? If yes, then congratulations, you have pitch sense inside you. It needs some practice. The second test is also very simple and you will be able to mark yourself with it. Let's take up the world's most popular song, the song which is even more popular than the national anthems. Yes, it's the birthday song. Now how do you sing it? Do you sing it in this way? Happy birthday to you. Or do you sing it like this? Happy birthday to you. Or you sing it like this? Happy birthday to you. Which one sounded better? Of course, the first one. Because it was in rhythm, in proper timing. Everyone's rhythm sense may not be perfect, but it can be improved through practice. To improve your rhythm sense, you can use your hands and legs. You can start with just tapping along a song. You can start by just tapping along a song. Try to feel the rhythm in the song. You know, there is a 24-hour constant rhythm running inside you. If you want to feel it, you can go through this exercise. Now what to do? Join the face of your finger, not the tip, the face of your finger. Join your hands together, the face of your finger, don't take any support and keep it like this. And try to meditate, try to concentrate on your fingers. And within 20 seconds, you will start feeling your heartbeat in your fingers. Try it. Are you able to feel it? If yes, then you are very sensitive. If not, it will take some time and you can improve yourself. But do this exercise daily. It will prove to you that you have a constant rhythm inside you. You know, everything in this world is in rhythm. The sun comes up every morning, it goes down every evening. The moon spins around the earth. Everything has a perfect rhythm. If you feel it, you can improve your rhythm sense to a much higher level. So now that you have tested your pitch sense and your rhythm sense, let's move forward to musical instruments. So let's start with the first type of instrument, the melody instruments. Now what are melody instruments? Those instruments which produce sweet sound that is relaxing to your ears, that relaxes your brain, those beautiful melodious sounds. Yes, those sounds are produced through melody instruments which have variable pitches. So the first melody instrument that I'll take up today is the keyboard, the piano or the keyboard.
When you feel you're alone, cut off from this cruel world, your instincts telling you to run. Listen to your heart, those angel voices, they sing to you, they'll be your guide back home when life leaves us blind. Love keeps us kind.
Now this instrument is known as a keyboard or a piano. So the keyboard or the piano is a very old instrument. Currently you are looking at the electronic version of piano. These days we use electronic versions because those old pianos are very costly. And do you know, the first piano was not made by a musician. It was made by a person known as Mr. Baldwin, and he was a worker in a musical shop. He used to clean instruments, and what happened is one day when the owner of the shop was not in his shop, so Baldwin started experimenting with the instruments there, and he took some musical pedals. If you have seen a pedal, you press it and it strikes. He used some pedals and he tied strings over there, and he was pressing them and sound was coming. So when he was playing that, the owner of the shop, he entered and he said, "What are you doing?" And he told him that, "Sir, I have made this instrument." And the owner liked it very much. He started producing those instruments known as grand pianos, and those were the first grand pianos built by Baldwin. And till today, even an old grand piano made by Baldwin costs around 5 crore rupees. So grand pianos are among the most expensive instruments. The second instrument which I would recommend you is the ukulele. It is a very soft instrument. It has nylon strings. It does not have steel strings, so your fingers won't pain. And it is a very light, portable instrument. You can carry it anywhere. And I would recommend this for all age groups. The third instrument, this little instrument is known as a kazoo. It is not a wind instrument. It is a vibrating instrument. And you have to hum if you want to play this. If you blow into it, it won't have any sound. No sound. But if you hum, so let's play it along with the ukulele.
When I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like a waving flag. And then it goes back, and then it goes back, and then it goes back. Oh.
So it is a very beautiful instrument and it can teach you how to sing.
can be the best. You can be the King Kong banging on your chest. You can be the world. You can be the world. You can talk to God, go banging on his door.
So the guitar is the fourth musical instrument, the fourth melody instrument, and it is made up of wood and the strings are made up of steel. So this is a tougher instrument as compared to the ukulele, and it is a very beautiful instrument. The volume of guitar is much higher than the ukulele, and it is the most commonly used instrument these days. The flute is an Indian instrument, and it is the most commonly used wind instrument in India. These were the instruments I actually had at home. There are many more instruments like the harmonium, the sitar, the violin, the cello, double bass, and many more. So this was all about melody instruments. We will look at percussion instruments in our next session. So until then, keep practicing your listening skills. It will improve your pitch sense. Listen to sounds, listen to music, listen to sounds that are from the nature, listen to sounds of your environment, listen to the sound of the fan, listen to the sound of your own heartbeat, and you will improve your pitch sense. Thank you.